For breaking news at Eba and say Court of Appeal are restored the license of GN Savings and Loans. We are going to go into the story and then we'll let people understand. Now, say your catcher say President Akufo-Addo Aban, they were extremely wicked. This a year rule in a Court of Appeal where they are banned. I'm going to give you the timeline of events and you understand why this is wickedness. It was a Court of Appeal sets aside unreasonable revocation of GN Bank's license, orders receiver to hand over assets and management of GN Bank to owners. Inti emra Paa Kwesi Ndoum ne bank a yefrɛ ne GN Bank yegu no ne nyapadie nyinaa no aban agi firi ne nsam. Na asɛm ne nyinaa no sɛ and the Court of Appeal ahyɛ aban sɛ yɛmfa Paa Kwesi Ndoum nyapadie nyinaa ma no ne yɛnsan so ma Paa Kwesi Ndoum ne license no fan running the bank no. Inti courts ene this ruling no e dia bende breaking news a eba eye ende ya menemo kase ya be konsem ni mu. You understand why I think this is wickedness, and you see I've said this on countless occasions. And then first time or subscribe and click the notification bell on so oya ne sa latest news be about one sabe kan san ye be ko story ne so no corporate logistica a vehicle management company wo Ghana ha obi biara o oni car a wato car ma wo bi se wontwi no, you know the stress involved. And then sales mba ochina oseka na say na driver no ode usika ye bibi fufro mesraw cargo vehicle bi a wo no from sprinter to 40 feet fa car no emma corporate logistica na wo mo ankasa betua driver ne ka wo a oye ka una no omo nso betua oka every month bi abeji aketua twice. Omo ankasa beye maintenance oka ne ho, omo ankasa beye insurance oka ne so. No mu wi a ka no omo abema na ejuma ready job da ho a ka no eye. Fre 0598022033 na woni mo ba bia wonim se ne etwi ka yi pan so a ma won fre the same number 0598022033 na corporate logistica for ewo ready job eda ho emasa wo bakro no na Unities Ventures inso eye asoeya yeton inku mesrew me say your largest organ, the largest organ every human has is the skin. Enu hunti ena metrel say se wo honam ya akono a psychologically you get favor in front of people. Obi tumi hu obi appearance ho na wa ma na ebuo onti ase utumi hu obi a na wa hya se u bu no one time die ntia honam ka ho. Me say ma honam enye fe enya akono enya nome fra Unities Ventures 0598003891. You be deliver anti-aging cream wo ho betumi asra se wrinkles e ba ho betumi asra na ni na akọ fra wo mo. Now yen konsem ni mu. So basically what is the timeline of events? Emra President Akufo-Addo eba aso no omoye analysis ewo the financial sector ewo Ghana ha. Na semo a wo mo kan ni say ewo se wo mo close down banks bebre. Saa de no a certain crofo aback, a certain Ghana aback. Because in the financial sector ewo Ghana no bi enim say ansana obetumi aba be set up bank no na osika kom no wa bre enti sa ban bi aba no be close down banks a enkrofo be hwere mo adwuma enne there are people who worked under GN Bank up till and there, some of them are still unemployed. Enkrofo be hwere mo adwuma enkrofo sika ebeye nsem bebre and all that. Among it all no obi biara wo tie bank echi bia no a wo ma bank no ebebe do level bi a bank no yama ne license a wo ye adwuma no or ye entrepreneur. You don't do that to your own entrepreneurs. In anything at all, na ke say aban e support indigenous entrepreneurs a wo mo creating nyuma. Ba wo ba na ba be close wo mo banks ni down. You are setting people aback. You are discouraging entrepreneurship in the country. Sika MPP for omo di close down banks no. Na say sika no. Sika ye hia ye de be revive banks. Ewo Ghana no. Na say sika na ye hia de be revive no esua. Esin sika wo mo use ya mo de close down banks no. Obi anti ase. But MPP for ye de omo be ye. Ebo wo man ni card de be taxe Ghana for de be G and tax. Me say obi biawa we read Manase Azori book. President Akufo-Addo book Manase Azori Troye no. Omayeti ase say ye close it down obi financial institution. Nipa chronicle ko Gabriel Trader ko. Gabriel Trader ko kan nipa ko na sem Emma no. Emma nipa ko later ye close it down ne financial institution ni biom. In a book, it was reported say Gabriel Trader ko Manase Azori ko bisano no ka say oh nipa chrono e de ne evidence beto o no Gabriel Trader ko enim e na Gabriel Trader ko say it was a mistake say nipa chrono ye be close it down ne institution no. Intia no ko kan bi ma nipa chrono. And so it tells you say there might be people like you could close it down with financial institutions ne ye mistake but no mu nim send your get it to Gabriel Chela kwa obekwa ko kembia momo so those people's institutions were closed down. Paa Kwesi Ndoum that time no obeye press conference and I may say press conference obeye video Facebook live no wo sun egu Ghana for so say wono ne bank no answer na wobenya the status of bank ne kra no na oye savings and loan but usually no say opese o upgrade from savings and loans to banker e wo say wo sika bi e wo account mu nti Paa Kwesi Ndoum say on na o say sika no na Paa Kwesi Ndoum bank no o prioritize government contractors so obebo mo bosia no mo de yi kwan omo wia no mo aba betia no President Akufo-Addo aban efeli ya wentua contractors be breaker nti ya Paa Kwesi Ndoum ni sika na nke wo se wonya no ne nsanka nti Bank of Ghana e the new rules e ba say ye increase sika na e wo se wonya no ansa na ye ma wo ye bank no eno mo ka say en ye bia ka Paa Kwesi Ndoum because ni sika owo no enso ono ka say oh aban se wotua contractors e de make a list no eni edu baby Paa Kwesi Ndoum kra bebe ebe list or the beto abont or be publish a list of companies and individuals ajibusu free ne ho a no muntua ye ana asemo aye kan se san crofo no 50% po etua ya na ka Paa Kwesi Ndoum obenya se sika na aban e ka no inti appeal a wode to aban nim ne se list nini contractors nini otua wo mo ka menya sika inti sika na wo ka se ye hia sisia no boni ni ho Paa Kwesi Ndoum se wo konhu Bank of Ghana panyi ama Bank of Ghana panyi no wo hwe ne kasemu a ase ya hye no se Paa Kwesi Ndoum bank no de ye closing it down because clearly it did not make any sense and the court na ka say e unreasonable. Clearly it did not make any sense Paa Kwesi Ndoum ni ye ne sa into omo ka hye Paa Kwesi Ndoum say okay no problem o de ekoye on hye bra okoye ne hye ba no mo say dabi o de omo be reduce no mo de na call savings and loans omo be downgrade no into omo be gi ne banking license na de na call savings and loan o see no problem eno Paa Kwesi Ndoum ba be declare ne bank no as savings and loan na tre say ye repeating no ya mana promote savings and loans ya Paa Kwesi Ndoum o ya ne kakran e be hwa ne say no so ya ba be gi ne license e free nsem because ya ba be list savings and loans say ombra na wo mu gu banks no mo hya ase e gu banks ansa no mo be gu sa savings and loans and the likes e hwa ne say Paa Kwesi Ndoum ye do say ye be gu savings and loans ya ba be gu ono so ne de o say me ye bank enye se mini sika mi wo sika mu aba be gu no mu anga samo ama me license se me savings and loans yi me yen so a eno so mu aba be gu no. And for people who don't know, Paa Kwesi Ndoum's bank so far was the only bank in Ghana in every single constituency e wo man ni mu no ubenya wo me ti hey if you come to my I don't know, but if you come to my constituency, right, and you come to my not abia my constituency but be biara wunim from Matayeko Afienya area outside no, you know, there's nothing like maybe Ghana Commercial Bank, there's nothing like all those, but Paa Kwesi Ndoum mo hwe ni modus operandi na structure we use here is every single district and our constituency be will make sure say or set a bank no matter how small. Inti sata no be hu obi biara wo tu kwan o ko keta kwan ne so adan kwan ne so o kwa obe hu ne se obe hu se enra bi mo asa buildings ni ho na so obe hu building bi building be ya GN bank inti obe kwa se obe kokro bi so no aha structure ni ha na so obe hu building na esi ho adan ya GN bank So you see, some of the traders are no mutu coin enyumre anahomachi ana amrobes home or coin so no. What they did and they say or the sika na bekwa akoto GN bank ni mu onim say GN bank do obenya wo bebia so ne the sika bekwa akoto ni account mu na krona wo ko digwa no oduru so a na wakọ GN bank na was our branch no na wakọ akoyi ni sika wo. So it saved a lot of people. Now so MPP aban say dabi boni Paa Kwesi Ndoum eyo omo de obi enim omo baaye eno mo close savings and loans nso down. Paa Kwesi Ndoum su MPP fo mfi no. Ende asem kokopie mu wo court appeals court say MPP for closure of GN banks license aye different in same no aye unreasonable. Nyanse nim because Paa Kwesi Ndoum the bank no na keni kwansi ye different in same. But some of us during MPP period no we were saying these things on this platform. Some of us we were saying these things on this platform. Mbende Court of Appeal aka. Nti Court of Appeal say yemfa Paa Kwesi Ndoum ninja padie ni na no. The sad thing is I think enye too long ena Paa Kwesi Ndoum here say or call some of banks ni bia was certain district or call no nkrofo bebre take you over the banks the structure. Nkrofo bebre take you over momo de ye de omo de beye. How does he set up today? Maybe he has a plan. But you see, this is the level of wickedness. Paa Kwesi Ndoum enyame na so ni mu. Because you be an entrepreneur. You know, you work all your life to set up a business like this in the country. Aban bi beba no aba be bow from say. Paa Kwesi Ndoum enyame na so ni mu say wanka na no edru enku ne ho. Because a lot of entrepreneurs say dey wait to omo a kombe ku omo ho one time. Enyame ena Paa Kwesi Ndoum waso ni mu. Yen na nyame ase wate. Nyame na so papa yi mu. But where the wickedness is that the stress you go through to become an entrepreneur, the stress you go through. Look at the number of people at GN Bank employer and there. Odi yemfa say GN Bank in every single constituency. Nanka or just 10 employers krana. How many constituencies do we have in this country? Over 300. How many employers no? At least 3,000. Omuni na ban bi bae wa man nkrofo yakofie. Di omu be di enfo bia ho. And then today you realize that the abine here, it was unreasonable. Nanyan saying him, as the Court of Appeal is saying. What would that make of you? This is the height of wickedness. Like, this is murderous. And Ghanaians need to understand, whenever we say, MPP 40, this is what we mean. For book now at that screen is on your friend the Ghanaian investor. This is your most practical guide. A better senior be investi Ghana. Now a lot of people don't know, but you will be your friend of the Ghana Stock Exchange. Now Ghana Stock Exchange, we invest in Ghana Stock Exchange more. What it simply means, and it's a Udi Usika invest in some companies be a listed Ghana. Companies be to say a year Ghana Commercial Bank, companies be to say MTN. Into the best investments are any Ghanaian can ever do. Investing in a Ghana Stock Exchange, because on average Ghana Stock Exchange, a return revenue and an ROI of 25%. What it simply means is that every single year, biano when you crano, na 25% if you invest in a Ghana Stock Exchange. This book is going to go take you through how to invest in a Ghana Stock Exchange, how to invest in a Nyamabia your friend mutual funds. Now, aside this, there are 3 other investment firms be a Ghana Hanson Swa. A yes secret and crowdfunding. If you purchase this book, you are going to get to know of those secrets or those investments, and then it's going to change your life forever. Get this book, The Ghanaian Investor. So open book maybe at a very simple number na that book ne so 055-807-4986. Obe to me a fresh number no. Ofra ye be sort out with the book. Obe to me so our WhatsApp number no. So one person obe free and answer one person obe WhatsApp ya. Very simple. On your screen, video na wo hwe sisi ano obe hu baby ya draw view products. Obe to me a click so a obe hu say books ni na ebeba. Na wa click book no version ni twi video wo ho ni PDF ewo ho ni English video enso wo ho twi video no eye for wo mo a eye na akenkan eye omoden omo ana wo ntumi nkenkan brofo ni English video enso wo ho akenkan ye oden na nso pe brofo a English video wo ho PDF enso obi a wo hwe a wo pese wo kan wo phone so na trese bibia eco smooth no also there any the PDF. So that is also another way you can get the book. So what me now you Ghana ni now our brochure. You can just go on Amazon. Now I search a book no the title. That screen is no The Ghanaian Investor. Into search for book ne title Ghanaian Investor. We won't say beba now I purchase it. Na say ya ship it the abroad our brochure ho. And I say video now we see no you will be a friend the description box our YouTube. Into an answer click more. O click more o be call description box ni mu into call description box ni mu a o be hu say a book no ne links ewa ha what ya say o pese o use mobile money a eno ne say wa click sa link na ya tro get my book here for mobile money, get the ebook here now wa click so now on saka get the hard copy now wa click so now on saka very 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 simple. These are the ways obetumi use enya book we yento book we ni ehu senior yebetumi invest. Ghana's economy is booming. I personally believe that the next set of billionaires and millionaires no they will be coming from the Ghana Stock Exchange, and so take advantage of this, learn how to invest in the Ghana Stock Exchange amidst any other and all other investments and also what Ghana for. Edamuni nase.